Hi, I'm Anthony Williams. Welcome to the Connected Player Spotlight, brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. Here's where we highlight high school student athletes on who they are on and off the field. If you like what you see, please like and follow our social media channels and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And now enjoy this week's Spotlight Athlete. How do you balance your academics, playing your sport, and your social media life?
I would say it's all about time management. That's something that I've been trying to learn and something I've been trying to get better at, but not only get better at, master as well since I've got into high school is time management, which, athletics, my social life, and, school, but I believe it's all about time management. The way I basically handle it is, when it comes to school, I don't want to do my work later on, so just get it done right now. When it comes to football, watch my film, do what I gotta do, know my keys, and my role. And then when it comes to like the social media life, I feel like that's just gonna happen. So it's not too much I have to put into that, too much thought I have to put into that.
Giving back to your community is part of an athlete's journey. Tell us what you want to do to help out your community.
This is crazy that this question is on here. Going into my senior year and even last year, my junior year, giving back to the community and always doing things that are genuine and pure has been something that I've always looked forward to doing and things I've loved actually doing. You know what I'm saying? So, ways that I would love to give back to the community is, just doing at least little things. That don't have to be major things, just going to elementary schools, talking to kids, going to middle school, and letting kids know how high school is, how hard it can be, and if you handle your business, how easy it can be. I see a lot on social media, the faith family, the church, how they give back to the community. I love how they do that and what they're doing. Those are things that I want to participate in as well. Just giving back to the community, and just doing small things, and hopefully those small things are big things in people's lives. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to giving back to the community, I just want to do all types of things.
Who are some of your favorite artists that you listen to during pregame?
I gotta go with that YB, that NBA young boy. You know what I'm saying? That's my music right there. Young boy. I love listening to Nipsey Hussle. You feel me? Just to vibe out. A few people might clown me on this, but Drake is just up there. We just gotta accept it. Drake is up there, bro. He is. He just is. Them is some of my favorite artists. And I also love old classical music and like old R&B music. My granny, ever since I've been growing up, since I was a little kid, granny always listened to that old school music. So, them is my three artists. But also like a fourth one would be not as a specific artist, but just a genre of music. It's old school music and things like that. And I would say my songs is Double Up by Nipsey Hussle. Yes, Double Up. And then this song by NBA Youngboy. This song is just it's like the pregame anthem, man. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Rebels Kick It by NBA Youngboy. That's a banger. That one gonna get you pumped. That one gonna get you pumped.
Which Buffalo Wild Wing sauce best describes you as a player?
Asian Zing is my favorite, but just off the name, Blazing Knockout best describes me because I'm the hardest hitter on my team. You know what I mean? And I'ma always get the job done. You know what I'm saying? So I would say Blazing Knockout definitely describes me as a player. Yeah, that's me right there. That's me right there.
What player at any level do you compare yourself to and why?
See, I told my coach right now, Coach Hill, the safeties coach, I was like, man, no, scratch that. We going having media day, right? And I got number 21 on because I wore 21 last year. My favorite player of all time is Sean Taylor, right? And I was like, yeah, man, this is my favorite player. And he telling me like, yeah, Kobe 21 look good on you. I was like, yes, Sean Taylor. He was like, yeah, that's my favorite player. He was like, you don't play nothing like him. I was like, dang. I was like, I wish I could play free safety or strong safety. But when it comes to just that question, let alone, it's Sean Taylor for me all day, man. That's why I wear number 5, because if you subtract his college number 26 and his pro number that he passed away, unfortunately, in the last number that he wore before he passed away, number 21, if you subtract, you get the number 5. That's why I'm wearing the single digit number 5 this year and stuff like that. But man, that's my favorite player of all time. That's the player I compare myself to. Even though we play 2 totally different positions, it's just his mentality, his IQ, him knowing what to do, him not being scared, no fear, hard hitter, competitor. He gonna talk that talk, but he also gonna be humble. He gonna get the job done. I'm just going on and on and on. That man, that's my dog right there, man. I wish I could have met him, and I wish he could have, finished out his pro career and stuff like that. But man, that's my favorite player of all time, man. Man, ST21, man, Sean Taylor. But yeah, that's just who I compare myself to and stuff like that. And mainly the reason why goes into all the reasons that I was naming on my finger is that I don't fear nobody. I feel like I put in the work. Not even I feel, I know I put in the work. I know I got high IQ. I know what I'm doing. I just got that dog mentality, and I'm always believe that, you know what I'm saying? My granny told me, Bubba, you can't win the game by yourself, but, a lot of people might view it as arrogance and stuff like that, when you cocky. But, man, I be so in my head that I can just will my team to a win is that, man, I can get the job done. If nobody else can, I can, and I'm a true believer in that. You know what I'm saying? Even if it might not be realistic, I still believe in it.
How do you balance individual goals while putting your team goals as a top priority?
I would say me playing on defense, like Coach Toomer always say, if you want to choose your own destiny and go make your own plays and, be that guy, and control your own destiny, like I said, then play defense. Like he say, if you playing on offense, it's only 2 people that's going to touch the ball guaranteed. That's the quarterback and the center. So with that saying, just let alone and getting back into the question is that, playing defense, I feel like you control your own destiny, but also being on defense and playing as a team, your goals and things that you want to achieve is going to just flow. If you're handling your job, doing what you got to do, lining your guys up correctly, and making sure everybody's on their P's and Q's, I feel like your individual success is going to flourish because your team is on the right track and things like that. You know what I'm saying? So I would say the way that I balance it is really just making sure that everyone else is doing their job while I'm also doing my job. And as long as we're doing what we have to do, then my individual goals is going to happen, let alone my team success as well.
How has being on your team helped you get to know teammates with different backgrounds and experiences?
Being on this football team for 4 years and also playing football since I was 5 has definitely opened up my eyes to many different perspectives in life. As a young man, seeing kids that is way less fortunate than me, so it makes me stay way more humble and way more appreciative and grateful. Also seeing kids that have way more than me, and that making me hungry, not jealous or envious of them, but wanting to reach that one day, or just being able to be on the level of what their parents is able to provide for them. Hopefully I can provide that for my family in the future as well. Also, while being on this team, it gets not just being on this team, being on teams in general, I would say it helps you a lot to get to know your teammates. And the reason I say that is because You get to know, you get to figure out the guys who are, for one, dedicated, passionate, handle their business, might not always get the opportunity, but never pouts or complains. You got dudes that you can see makes excuses. So it's all about character. You know what I'm saying? You get to really see a lot of dudes' character when you play team sports, you know? Because in the beginning, you're not going to always be that guy. Just how I would say one of my fellow teammates that graduated, Reese, he came back to us during the summer or the spring, I believe, and he talked to us. He said, man, if you that guy right now in high school, you're going to go from being that guy in high school to just being right back at the bottom in college. It's just how when you got to high school, you was a freshman, you was at the bottom, you built yourself up into your senior year or your junior year or maybe even your sophomore year, and you was that guy. But when you get to college, you right back at the bottom. We don't care if you was a 5-star, 4-star, 3-star, how many offers you had, you go right back to the bottom. You know what I'm saying? So it's dudes that can't handle that. You know what I'm saying? It's dudes that been that guy since, you know, pee-wee football, and they get to high school football, and, you know, they may realize that they not as good and they got to put in way more work. Will they put in that work? Will they not? You know, so you get to really see a lot about your teammates' mindset, outlook on life, perspective, and their character when, you know, you're on the team.